Hey everybody, just waiting for people to chime in for a few minutes. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about network marketing and business models and see if we can have that kind of conversation to find out, is it a legitimate business model, is it not? You know, you have friends in, Legal Shield, Mary Kay, It Works, how many more others? I mean, there's so many different types of network marketing companies out there, and you know, lots of people don't necessarily see it as a solution to business, and some of us have tried it didn't work for us. Some of us have not tried it yet. We thought it was cheesy. We hear the word that it's a pyramid scheme. We hear all these different bad words about network marketing, and it's almost like one of those dirty words in business that makes you kind of shudder. And there's lots of reasons for that, especially if you've got that network marketing friend that overmarkets themselves, and you know, and how that's a problem, what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right, and then on top of that, you get these really overhyped sales parties that they bring you to. They ask you to come what you think might be a simple dinner chat between friends. You get in on this presentation and you find out, this was a bit much. So they get you all excited about this business. You pay a couple $100 and then you're out, right? So let's talk about it. Let's find out whether or not it's a legitimate business model. How should they properly market themselves? I'll tell you one thing that I believe that they do wrong, and it's really kind of annoying, especially on social media, is that they vet you by asking you questions about yourself like they're just suddenly interested out of the blue of who you are, what you do, and if you're happy at your job, and they all do the same things. So people get turned off about network marketing because they feel like it's a cheesy sales job, but I'll tell you what, it is a legitimate business model, and I'm going to tell you why. One, you have to ask yourself, if you're interested in being an entrepreneur, like really interested in it, you know, there is a lot of money that goes into building a business in the initial phases, and some of us don't necessarily do it the right way. You know, we don't hire lawyers to set up our LLCs. You know, there's money put into the graphics, graphic designers, into the branding, into the legal structure, into finding a lawyer that'll determine the partnership, trademarking these things and make sure no one can just steal your logo. Filing your articles of organization, all these different things that people pay attorneys for, people pay graphic designers for. Then there's developing the website on top of that. That's really expensive. I mean, if you've really taken a look at how much it really costs to develop an effective website that generates leads and produces sales, and then on top of that, you have to sell products on that website, an e-commerce site, and then maintain that. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into building a business in the beginning phases. And if you're not accustomed to paying out that kind of money rapidly, because you need to be able to make that money back that you're putting into your company, you would hope as fast as you're spending it, but that's not necessarily the case. It's almost going to be a few years, really, if you're profitable, if you're really trying to fund a business on your own cash, which is hard to do. So the reason why network marketing is nice is because you're already buying into a system. What you have to do is you have to see it as a franchise, almost like you're buying into a McDonald's or anything else. The difference is that you're not buying it into an organization where you have to have employees and all these sorts of things. They give you a chance to build your own team, your own force, and then they will go out and sell those products. You didn't have to maintain, you know, the inventory necessarily, depending on the market that you were part of. You didn't have to develop the logo. You didn't have to pay the graphic designers. You didn't have to pay the attorneys. You didn't have to develop the infrastructure that it takes to make that business model successful. So there's a lot of things you've avoided, and you only paid a couple of $100s to buy into a system, and now you have a business with a couple $100s you spent. But here's the problem with that. The reason why so many people drop out on the network marketing side and they don't make it work or they don't make it happen is because they only spent a couple $100s to get into it to begin with. So there's a part of the investment when it comes to being a part of network marketing and MLMs, is that when you are spending all that money, all that time developing a brand, developing a reputation, developing the product, testing the product, you know, you're all in. But if you only paid a few $100s to get into it, chances are you might not have the fervor that someone would have that developed it from the beginning. That doesn't mean it's not legitimate. It just means that you still have to take it seriously as a business, and you have to run it as a business. You need to set hours for yourself. You need, even if you work during the day, have hours in the evening, hours on the weekend that you dedicated towards generating leads. You still have to go out there, make business connections. You have to find people, build a reputation. You have to build, trust with these people. You have to let them know why they should buy from you, because everyone else in that MLM, quite frankly, is your competition. Not just competing with other companies, but you're also competing with companies or other sales representatives within that company. So it's hard work. It's really hard work. The good thing is that they did a lot of the groundwork for you, where you didn't have to take the initial investment. What I like about network marketing, though I am not a network marketer, what I like about it is that you can get started making your money right away. If you take it seriously, you don't have to go into the year or 2 years that it takes to really build the brand. People already know who Mary Kay is. Most of them already know who World Ventures is. They already know who It Works is. They've already put the money into the marketing. They've already put the money into the legal side of it. They've put the money into the branding. All you have to do is sell it. That's it. Now, here's what I will say. If you are a stranger to sales, get familiar. It doesn't matter what business you start. I don't care if you're selling socks. I don't care if your business is built on plumbing. You have to be a salesperson to be successful in business on some level. So if you are someone who's interested in getting into business for yourself, the first thing I would say to do is to go ahead and start taking some sales classes and familiarize yourself with that world. You don't have to be pushy. You don't have to be cheesy. Every salesperson has their style, but you do have to get social, because the way I see it, if you ain't greeting, you ain't eating. That's how it is. So just make sure that you're always creating opportunities to meet new people. In any business model, and this is what they ask you to do in network marketing, they just create a plan for it. And some of these things, as self-employed or business owners, figured out the hard way, is they ask you to make a list of people that you know, everyone you know, and they want you to go and hit up all those people and contact them and build your business there. That's great in some places and not so great in others. The reason why it's great on some ends, because every person is connected to at least 1,000 to 2,000 people. So you have a potential sales force with every contact that you have. The reason why it's not so great is that you cannot build a business on friends and family, not really expecting them to really sustain you. You need to reach to your outer network. You have an inner network of people that you might benefit from, profit from on the smallest level, but then your outer network is the part that you really have to work on expanding. It is a numbers game, and as many people who know who you are and what you do, these are as many opportunities you're going to create. So I would say it's very, very important to create habits of meeting new people. Always having your business cards on you, always taking business cards, taking those cards and asking people, hey, do you mind if I put you in my email newsletter? Build a database of people that you have met over the years. Take their emails, put them into a spreadsheet in Excel, make sure you document where you know them from. Start sending out an email newsletter. Let me tell you about the email newsletter. We'll talk about that, whether you're a network marketer or just a business owner in general. The reason why that's important is because every time you meet a person, of course, they're not necessarily ready to buy from you at that moment. And sometimes at the moment you meet them, it's not necessarily time for you to pitch them your product. Sometimes it's enough for them to know who you are and what you do. But your newsletter gives you the opportunity to stay in front of that person that you've met and to stay in their memory, into their cognition, and they keep getting those messages from you once a month, and they can keep connecting you with your industry, with your profession, and you can keep being the authority figure in that person's face. So when they are ready to buy something, they're going to call the person that they already know, the person that's been on their phone, the person that's been on their computer. So I would really say, as a really great sales tactic, get into the habit of building a database. All those stacks of business cards, I have a bunch of them around here. I got a big old stack of business cards. I try to make sure I go out and meet new people every week. I don't like networking events. This is from last week alone. So I don't like networking events because everyone has their hand out. I'll give you my secret. If you are a very shy person and it doesn't come naturally to you to meet new people, I am a loner at heart, but I'm a people person in the public. But if that's, you know, your hang up, then go to classes. I love taking classes in Columbus, Ohio. If you're in Columbus, we are rich with workshops, classes, free education, lunch and learns. At this type of event, people are so open to meeting new people, and they're open to new information. So it's just a really humble setting to meet new people. So go online, go to Eventbrite, go to Facebook, look for the events and sign up for some stuff. That's a really, really great way to get the message across quickly. A lot of times in these events, they'll give you a chance to introduce yourself. And I would say, if you do have a day job and you're building a business and you're trying to make that crossover from employee to entrepreneur, stop talking about your day job. For crying, don't do it. Just don't. Only talk about your business from that point on. But I probably have, gosh, I don't know. That's about 70 business cards of people that I met just last week. These are all potential leads, all people that I'm putting in my database, of people to email, get in touch with, stay in touch with, people to follow on Facebook, connect with on LinkedIn, putting those updates out there. So whether you're a network marketer, no matter what it is you do, or you're a business owner, or you are a doctor, or you're a lawyer, whatever it is you have, you're a real estate agent, get out there, start meeting people, put them into a database, stay in touch with them, get on social media, ask them to connect with you, like and share and comment. You know, that is the social part of social media. Don't just focus on your content too, but focus on being a part of conversations, you know, especially conversations that are pertaining to your industry. Another one of my secrets is being a part of forums. Forums are great. So maybe if you're in the medical industry, for example, maybe you are, let's see, what's a network marketing for medical? How about It Works? If you are in the medical industry, then go into forums like WebMD, and you can go to forums like Real Self, and you can start networking and mingling with people, take a look at their questions, provide answers. The best way to show that you are authority in anything is to have answers to questions. So that is kind of one of my tools of selling without selling, and thanks for everyone who has joined in on the video, and please share it. So if you have any questions for me about, you know, what would be a good marketing tactic for you in your business or your network marketing business, hit me up. Tia Ramey, Ramey Marketing LLC. You can check me out at rameymarketing.com. Be more than happy. I love providing advice. I give advice all the time. You can inbox me with some of your questions, and I will do my best to get you an answer. I've got lots of contacts, lots of connections, as you can see, of people that I've met throughout the years. I have great connections. But really consider, if you've got one of those people, those friends that, you know, sell something that you've been avoiding because you don't like the idea of being a part of a network marketing. It's not a pyramid scheme, okay? Get your mind past that. Those things are illegal anyway. They're not even legal. So it's not a pyramid scheme. If anything is a pyramid scheme, the common corporation job is. Do you know why? Because you cannot exceed anyone at the top. You know what happens with network marketing businesses is you can go as high as you want to go, and you can bypass the person that brought you in. That's why it's not a pyramid. Whereas the job that you have, your day job, it is a pyramid, because you can only go as high as they want you to go, and you can only get as paid as much as they want you to get paid. So I think that anything that lets you set your own salary, set your own hours, excel based on your sales and your performance, and not based on who needs to be fired in the position previous to you, I would definitely not call that a pyramid, okay? So move past that, get that out of your head. It's a really great place to start learning business, to have some accountability. Is another good thing that I do like about network marketing businesses, is that you can really lean on your sales team, and they'll do a lot of selling for you, especially the person that brought you in. You don't need to know a lot about the product. You don't need to know a lot about the service. Whoever it is that recruited you, just, you know, ask them to come on your prospective meeting and let them do all the questions and answers, and they can close the deal for you. And there you go. You got to sell. You didn't even say anything. You just told them someone you knew. So it's a legitimate business model. You know, it's not for me, but it is something strong to consider. If you don't want to invest the thousands and thousands of dollars that it really takes to build a business successfully, you need to get paid, you know, in the next few weeks, in a month, or whatever. You know, it's real, but you do have to take it seriously. No one says that it's quick, and it can go as fast or as slow as you want it to go, as disciplined as you plan to be. It does take just as much discipline as any business is going to take. You know, nothing in entrepreneurship is easy. So you can go ahead and get that out your head right now. I'm going to be real with you about that. It's not just about working smarter. It's about working hard and working smart. So, you know, you go into business for yourself because it's your personality. You go into business for yourself because, you know, maybe you want to set your own hours. Maybe you want freedom. But know that you got to work a lot harder than most people. And you have to work a lot smarter. Those two things go hand in hand. So that's the reality of entrepreneurship. But I love this generation with millennials. They're fantastic because we've got such a gig gen. You know, everyone has a side business. Everyone has aspirations, goals. We talk about it all the time. But I just want you to consider, if you don't have the time to build and you need some income, like right now, student loans is up, Navient, Sally Mae, your deferments are over, consider it. You know, contact one of your friends. And shout out to all my network marketing friends. Contact one of them and really sit and talk to them about their model, about their commission structure, about how to earn it, how to be successful in it. You know, Bible says to mark the perfect man. Find someone that's good at it, and they will walk you through it. They want you to be successful at it because they get paid off of you being good at what you do. And those are the best people to connect with, are the ones who also benefit from your success, because they're going to see you through it. It's really good to have a system. And I don't care, you know, whether you're in a network marketing channel or not. You need people. You just got to face that fact. You need people. You need people to support you. You need people to get behind you. You need people to get around you. You need people to hold you accountable. You need people to correct you. You need people to push you. So it's nice to buy into a system that already has people who've been there, done that, gone through it. People who can lock arms with you, help close sales. You know, they've already put together the events. They've already put the money out there. You know, for me and my marketing company, I have to do all those things myself. I've got to put the money up for my lunch and learns, all those sorts of things. It all comes out of my pocket. So sometimes it's nice to lean on someone else's expenses and funding if you can. If you're not that person, you know, who really wants to put that kind of money out there, it only takes a few $100. A lot of them you can get started for free. A lot of them you can get started for as little as $100, maybe even $200 or more, and work your way into it. So consider it. It's legit. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a scam. Is anyone out there in network marketing that's watching this video? Nobody? All right, well, just join into it. And there's all kinds, research them. There's literally network marketing for probably almost any industry now, which is really nice. It's not just, you know, you selling a product. It's not you just trying to sell health stuff or whatever. It's all kinds of things, you know, marketing, credit, financial, all kinds of things out there. And even what's nice, like for example, Primerica, they really help you get licensed. So you can get all those nice financial licenses. So it is definitely not a scam. They really help you every step along the way to build a legitimate business. You just have to take it seriously. And sometimes it's hard to take something seriously that you've invested so little into, but you have to see it as like, I'm ready to change my life. And I'm ready to change it today, you know, and you're not putting it off anymore. So in any, you know, road with entrepreneurship, you have to not excuse yourself from success. It's literally no excuses, just results. You know, sometimes you have to get up and you don't know if you're getting paid that day, but you go to work, you'll get paid one way or another. There's that payoff that comes, and sometimes things can turn around in a day, but you just have to put the effort forward no matter what business model you're a part of. So find something, find you a hustle. I'm telling you, and you can quote me on this, I see that we are headed for a crash. And if you don't have a gig, you know, if you really want to depend on your job, that's not going to be a good idea in the next 4 or 5 years or so. So find something, get you a side hustle, do something, because you're going to need that, put that money away. You're going to need it. And network marketing is a really nice place to go if you want to save some cash on building a business. But follow your dreams, guys. Put your money up, save. There's some great people in my network right now who are into finance, investing, saving. We'll have another chat another day on how to do your money as an entrepreneur, assets versus liabilities, all that good stuff. But anyhow, thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you all soon. Please share this video with someone that could use some information, someone who's looking to make that transformation between employee to entrepreneur. Please share it, and I appreciate your time.